we're watching this game, man. He's not an Oilers fan, he's not a Bills fan. But I'm 10, I'm not retarded, so I see his intensity in this game. I know he's got a couple mortgage payments on this game, right? So I'm my mom now. My mom wants the Christmas decorations now. This is where we're going here. She's like, Jerry, just get this tree out of here, all right? My dad, he is a Canadianized Italian. He's not, I'm Geraldo from Napoli. He's more, I'm Jerry, I'm from Laval. But he's got a streak of WAP in him that sometimes just comes out. I've only seen it about 10 to 12 times. My mother, she's 10 for 10 on this. But anyways, my mom, she's a striking lady. She's about my height. Blonde, blue-eyed German lady. But she busts balls with the best of them. With the best of them, okay? So my dad and I are watching this game. We're watching, and the Bills are getting pounded. So my pops is pissed, all right? So he looks at me, he says, my mom comes down, she says, when are you taking the tree down? And we got a real tree at this point, all right? She says, when are you taking the tree down? When are you taking the tree down? She's busting his balls. My dad's like, halftime. I'm going to do it at halftime. We're down 35-3. The Bills are down at 35-3 at this point. So my dad, okay, he looks at me, he's pissed. He's pissed, his Bills are down by 32 points. He looks at me, he says, you know what? We're going to take down this tree. I said, Dad, what are we going to do? He points at the fireplace. We're going to burn it. And the fun begins. I'm 10 years old, all right? I don't have much say in this house at this point. I'm just there, all right? So I look at my pops, I said, you know what, okay. He says, no, halftime, I'm going to start the fire, you go get the rope. Think 6-foot tree, 3-foot fireplace, right? So I'm going to go in the back. I go to my dad's toolbox. Doesn't have much, he's not a big tool guy. I find like twine from like pre-war, okay? I come back, my dad's perfect. So he's got this big tree, okay, he's pulled it up. He's got the fire rip-roaring at this point. There's ornaments still on the tree. I said, Dad, we might want to take some of the ornaments off at this point. I said, grandmother handmade this, my grandmother handmade these ornaments. So he said, yeah, fine. So we stripped down all these ornaments. And then my dad's like, now we got to get the twine. So he wants me to help him hug the tree at this point, right? I'm 10 years old. I'm about 10 pounds lighter at this point. So I'm hugging the tree, all right? So my dad starts wrapping this thing. And he's like, okay. So I help him. I grab the tree at this point. We try to, we're a 10-year-old at the point. I'm trying to angle this thing in, right? So he gets the tip of the tree in. And it starts going. And he's pumped. He's like, Mom's gonna fucking just... I said, Dad, why didn't we just call 311 and get rid of this fucking tree? I didn't say that at 10, but I kind of felt it. You know what I mean? So we start putting the tip of this tree in the thing, okay? So it starts roaring, and all of a sudden, my dad realizes he didn't open the vent properly. Right? It's about two-thirds still closed. So there's this black smoke bellowing. I'm talking, it's coming out. And my dad, the testaduda, as we say in Italian, and his hard head, he's like, fucking, no, we're going to keep going. We got this, all right? I'm 10, like I said, I got no say at this point, all right? So, all right. So, all of a sudden, he gets just, pass me the poker there. So he's trying to get the poker with the vent. And this time, all right, all I hear is the twine start to break, all right? So now we got this 6-foot tree, which is tied up at this point. Pop. So the thing blows up like a blowfish, right? So my dad's like, what the fuck? He's like, okay. He says, you know, he says, don't worry. He says, start ripping the branches. So I think this is a good idea at this point. I start ripping branches. My father, in the meantime, starts ripping his branches. My mother comes down and says, what the hell are you doing, Jerry? What are you doing? You're going to burn the house down. So, okay. My dad starts ripping branches. All of a sudden, sap starts running from the tree. This sap uses as a lighter fluid, okay? It starts to ignite my father at this point. My mom starts freaking out. She runs upstairs, not to call the fire department. No, that would be stupid at this point. So, this sap's running on my father. It's burning on his back. He's going crazy. He's like, rip the branches, I'm still ripping them. Whatever. He's like, I think the Bills just scored a touchdown. He still keeps going. Right? He's 35% at this point. So I'm like, Dad, I think we got bigger concerns right now. So my mom comes down, okay, with a big yellow blanket and a fucking fire extinguisher the size of a can, okay? So she's like, hey, we use it for fondues. I think they still have it. Anyways, so she comes down and trying to spray my father with this, who's wearing his new Christmas sweater at the point. So she's bitching about this. She's ruining the sweater but saving his life at the same time. So She keeps going. We're pushing this fucking thing in. It's over. The sap, the blanket's sticking to my father at this point because of the sap. So we got lighter fluid, we got a half fire, we got smoke, we got black smoke, I can't even see my hand. Finally my dad's like, save yourself, get the fuck out. So we're going outside, and I'm talking ambulance there, fire department, it's half volunteer fire department, half city. They're there, my dad's buddy Nick is there of all people. My dad's fucking taking fucking breaths from the oxygen tank, and he's like, Nick, who won the game?